Ever thought about your body as like the most complex and efficient company in the entire world? Well, today, we're going to take a look under the hood of this incredible machine, not as just a bunch of cells, but as a perfectly coordinated, high-performance corporation. I mean, really think about it. It manages energy, it handles logistics, it defends against constant threats, and it carries out incredibly complex commands, all without you ever having to fill out a single piece of paperwork. So how on earth does it do it all? Well, the secret is all in the structure. See, every system, every single organ, is like its own specialized department, and they're all working together perfectly, all for one single goal, keeping the business of you alive and well. So, go ahead and grab your visitor's pass. We're about to go behind the scenes and meet the incredible teams that make everything happen, from the main office right down to the delivery routes. Okay, so our tour kicks off in what you'd call the logistics department, the circulatory system. This is the whole network that's in charge of transporting all the essential goods. We're talking oxygen and nutrients, and just as crucial, hauling away all the waste products. Right at the center of it all, you've got the heart. This is the company's tireless engine room. It's this incredibly powerful four-chambered pump. So the right side takes in all the used blood from the body and sends it over to the lungs for a quick refresh. Then the left side takes that fresh, oxygen-rich blood and pumps it out to every single corner of the body. It's just this perfect nonstop cycle. So how does that blood get around? Well, it travels on a massive highway system made of blood vessels. Think of arteries as the big freeways carrying the good stuff, the oxygen-rich blood, away from the heart. They're like fully loaded delivery trucks heading out. Then you have the veins. Those are the return routes, bringing all the deoxygenated blood back to headquarters to get resupplied. And what's actually in those delivery trucks? Well, the blood itself is a whole team of specialists. Your red blood cells are the dedicated oxygen delivery crew. White blood cells, they're the company's 24/7 security force, always on the lookout for intruders. Platelets are the emergency repair team, ready to patch up any leaks at a moment's notice. And all of it floats in plasma, which is the liquid that carries everything along. Okay, so a great logistics network is pretty useless if you don't have any fuel for the trucks or, goods to deliver in the first place. So where does the body ink get its energy and raw materials? Well, that brings us to our next stop. Welcome to the intake and energy departments. These are the systems responsible for bringing in fuel from food and that absolutely essential oxygen from the air that powers every single process in the company. The digestive system is basically a brilliant assembly line. It all starts in the mouth, then moves down to the stomach where powerful acids break everything down. Finally, it reaches the small intestine with some help from specialists like the liver and pancreas. And this is the magic step. This is where all the valuable nutrients get pulled out and passed right into the bloodstream, ready for our logistics team to deliver. And this is where you really see the beautiful collaboration between our logistics and energy departments. That circulatory highway has two main routes. The short one, the pulmonary route, is basically an express line to the lungs. Its only job is to drop off waste and pick up fresh oxygen in these tiny air sacs called alveoli. Then, the long, systemic route takes that freshly oxygenated blood on a grand tour to deliver fuel and power to absolutely everywhere else. And the process of getting that oxygen in? It's beautifully simple. It's all powered by the diaphragm, which is a big muscle right below your lungs. When it contracts, it pulls air in. When it relaxes, it pushes air out. Just a simple, steady rhythm that keeps the entire corporation powered up. All right, so with logistics and power all sorted, let's head upstairs to corporate headquarters. This is where every single decision gets made and every action starts. Welcome to the command and control center, the nervous and muscular systems. The nervous system is basically the C-suite. The brain? That's your CEO. It processes all the incoming data and makes all the big decisions. The spinal cord is like the main fiber optic cable, shooting information up and down at incredible speeds. And the nerves are the messengers, carrying signals to and from every single department in the company. So how does a decision actually become an action? Well, it's a super clear chain of command. The CEO, the brain, sends out an order. That signal zips down the nerve messenger network. It tells specific muscles to contract, and when they do, they pull on our bones, which are the company's framework, and that creates movement. Simple as that. I mean, it's happening constantly, without you even thinking about it. A simple action like lifting a book, or even just moving your eyes to read this, is a perfect execution of that chain of command. It's this seamless connection between a thought, a signal, and a physical action. Of course, no company can survive for long without a really robust security department to protect it from outside threats. For the body ink, that elite team is the immune system. So what kind of threats are we talking about? We call them pathogens. You can think of them as corporate spies, or hackers, or saboteurs. Things like bacteria, viruses, and fungi that are trying to get in and disrupt operations. And our security team is smart. They're trained to identify all kinds of different threats. They know that bacteria causing something like strep throat might try to sneak in through contaminated supplies, while a virus like the flu could be an airborne threat. And they change their strategy based on who the intruder is. And, like any good company, the Body Inc. has some official security protocols to stop breaches before they even happen. Simple things, right? Procedures like washing your hands, quality control on food and water, even vaccinations. It's all part of a bigger strategy to keep the corporation safe and running smoothly. So when you zoom out, you realize a company is really only as strong as its weakest department. For the Body Inc. to really thrive, all these different departments have to work together in perfect harmony. And that's where corporate wellness becomes everything. And this just shows you how deeply interconnected everything is. When you exercise, your respiratory and circulatory systems team up to pump more oxygen to your muscles. When you eat, the digestive and circulatory systems work together to pass out all the nutrients. Nothing, and I mean nothing, works alone. It's one giant, amazing collaborative effort. At the end of the day, you are the chairman of the board for this incredible corporation. Its success depends entirely on the directives you give it, the fuel you provide, the maintenance you do, and the rest you allow. So the real question is, how are you investing in your company's most valuable asset?